what we have going on is really unique in the space. Um, it's very interesting where we are right now. And we're so excited about, honestly, all of the things that we have coming down the line. So, first of all, my name is Sarah Hollingsworth. I am one of the Diamond Elite leaders here at Trinant. And I just am so blessed to be able to connect with you guys tonight and share what makes Trinant so special, why the timing of this is so unique, and how this can benefit you. Because you might be thinking, I'm not sure. Maybe this is something that, first of all, maybe I'm not good at sales. Or maybe you're just here to learn something about the product. Like the business isn't really it. We're going to highlight just some very cool things that you're going to want to stick around to listen to. And there's going to be a little giveaway at the end that I'm really excited about. So briefly about me, I was a paramedic for 17 years. I was in emergency medicine for 25 years. I loved my job. I loved everything about it. But about 15 years in, I realized this was not a job I was going to be able to do for another 25 years. And I wasn't sure what to do because it was all I wanted to do. I didn't want to go back to school. I didn't want to go into debt to try to work a job that I didn't love. But I was working 14-hour shifts. My husband worked 24-hour shifts. We had 2 kids and we didn't do daycare. So you can imagine that there was not enough time in the day. Something had to give, and it was usually sleep. It was time together. We were just existing. I think everybody's probably gone through a similar situation in your life where you felt like you were maxed out and you were just kind of existing, right? Well, then I had a product experience, and I love sharing that because I think that's really relevant. I've had a lot of people just this month alone jump in with me because they had a product experience. They tried these products, it changed their life. They wanted to share it. And that's it. And that's exactly what I did. I was literally able to replace my full-time income in 9 months. And I retired myself at 30. I can't even remember if I was 36, 37. I should probably get that panned out before I share my story. But anyway, I was young. I wasn't even 40. You guys, this business brought me freedom in a way that I never dreamed. I was a girl with 400 Facebook friends and nobody cared what I had to say. And yet I was able to accomplish that. Why? Because this industry is the only one I know of that levels the playing field for everybody. You can be an average person and you can do extraordinary things just because of what this industry provides. So we're going to share a couple of things, and then I'm going to bring on my beautiful co-host, one of my favorite people of all time, Alesha Limbo. She is one of our Sapphire leaders. She is a mom of 5. She is a military wife. She is about to be a grandma, which is crazy. I know. Did I just spill the beans? Maybe I wasn't supposed to tell everybody. Everyone knows now. She's the cutest grandma.
No, everybody knew.
They knew. Okay, everybody knows now. Look at her. Isn't she adorable? I wish my grandma was that cute. That's not true. I have a very cute grandma. I love my grandma. But look at how cute she is. Anyway, she's a phenomenal leader building an incredibly fast-growing team. And I'm going to bring her on just a minute to kind of share some of the stuff when we talk about the business and how you can use a link to share products to make money. You don't have to know what you're doing either, just like me. Alesha, never done anything like this before. And you're also going to hear from one of the incredible leaders on my team, Sonia, who has just achieved a massive statement really in the industry just today. And we're going to bring her on. She's never done network marketing before either. So if you're new to all this, you are in good company. If you're not new to this, buckle up because you should see the potential that you have here. So we're going to start off sharing a couple of slides with you guys. Now, this is my first time using this particular model, so just bear with me, okay? So what I love so much about what we have here at Trinant, first of all, if you didn't know this, Trinant is not a brand new company. We're actually 11 years old. And the name Trinant is the French word for change life quickly. I loved that when I came here because, again, I was in the business of helping people and changing lives. I was coming in on the worst day of their life, right? Now I get to be here at the beginning. I get to be here at the preventative part. And it's been beautiful. I absolutely love this industry. And Trinad's whole mission is to touch 1 billion lives in their first 30 years. I also really resonated with that. This wasn't a company that was interested in becoming a $1 billion company in their first 10 years. They were interested in impacting lives, and that's what we're doing with these products and this compensation plan. This is something I love. So this is my sweet friend, Nicolette. This is actually her slide deck that she's sharing with us tonight. This was when she first got into network marketing. When I tell you that we are all regular people, we are normal moms and dads, sisters and best friends and aunts, and we have normal jobs. None of us are amazing influencers right out of the chute. But what this place does do is provide you an opportunity to become something more. You're already scrolling on social media, right? We already know this, right? I'm on social media all day long. I was from the moment it came out, really. I think I got my Facebook in like 2008 and way back in the day. And let me tell you that it never paid me. I'd spend hours on there. Who is spending hours on their social media? Who has a platform that they love? Is it Instagram, TikTok? Is it Facebook? Everybody's got a platform. My husband isn't on any of that, but he's on X. He loves Twitter. I've never gotten on Twitter, but that's where he likes to scroll. It doesn't matter. You're spending your time on social media somewhere, but you're not making money. And so before we get to that part, we're first going to highlight just a couple of our products here. And you're going to see how this melds together, because here's what we're good at. We are good at sharing the products that we have, which are a luxury brand of high impact, raw, whole plant health supplements. We have two that are not. That's our collagens, for obvious reasons. You can't pull collagen from a plant, right? But everything else is plant-based. You guys, and these are incredibly clean, crazy high impact. We have a testimony group with over 160,000 people in it right now. These are not associates sharing all their stories. These are real life customers that are having wild experiences on these products, life-changing experiences on these products, and they're talking about it. When was the last time you wrote a review on something? For me, I've written like 2 in my life, and both times it was because I was real mad. Not because I was happy, but if I go to a restaurant I love, I'm telling my neighbor. If I see a movie I like, I'm probably going to make a post about it, right? And so the fact that these people are not even in the business and they're sharing their testimonies because they're that life-changing is wild to me. So first we're going to pull up our daily health system. So this is Tina Joy. She's on this Zoom too. This is her personal testimony of how she went down from 158 pounds to 136 pounds with this system. So this is the system that she is using. Now, I want to ask everybody on here, has everybody heard of the popular weight loss shots? Right? Who's heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, Trizipatide? I'm not on here to judge anybody who's on it or knows someone who's on it. The fact of the matter is that a lot of people are desperate to lose weight, and these shots are a really popular way for people to do that. However, they can be really expensive, right? They can also have some really scary side effects for some people, right? And that's not an option for everybody. But also, how do you know what to do, right? How do you know what your other options are? There's a lot of things out on the market right now. And that's what makes me excited about this. So this is the daily health system. You can see some of our awards that we've earned just for this system, being the #1 plant-based health supplement, the GLP-1, top GLP-1 on the market. We've already earned the award. I will tell you that personally, I'm down 30 pounds and 17 inches just in my waist. And all I did was add this system in. And I'm going to show you, there's a couple of little products you get in here. Okay. You're actually going to get 2 products when you decide to try this system out. This system is designed for weight loss, but it's also designed primarily for metabolic health. So what that means, those are the markers that determine how healthy you actually are. That's blood sugars, that's cholesterol, that's blood pressure, that's your midsection fat. Who is, as they're aging, discovering a little more midsection fat than they were used to? I used to be able to just eat better for about 48 hours and I'd drop 5 pounds. It was great. Do it before the weekend. You feel amazing when you're going out with your friends. That is not working for me anymore. I needed something else. When you start to age, your hormones begin to shift. You begin to hold on to weight differently than you did when you were younger, right? This system solves that problem in so many ways. So I will briefly highlight what's in here. You get 2 products in the Daily Health System. This first one is called Transform. This is a plant-based enzyme that there was a 10-year study done by an Ivy League school determining if this could even be done because it's never been done before. It took them 10 years. They finally determined it could be done. And we happen to have a relationship with the enzymologist that was able to accomplish it. This is a plant-based enzyme that literally takes the sugar and carbs you consume and turns them into fiber. That's insane. When someone told me that, when I first heard this, I was like, no, I'm sorry, we can't do that. That's magic. That's magic. We can't do that. No. Well, I was very wrong. This absolutely can't be done. And what we're seeing happen to people on this is wild. You do not need to be a diabetic, by the way, to need your blood sugars under control. You just need to be a human being eating food in the year 2025, which I think everyone on here is, unless we have a bot. Everybody on here is probably eating food. Yes? Then you need this in your life. Because what happens is that the extra sugar and carbs you're consuming on the daily is heading straight to your gut and your butt, right? And that's what your body is using for fuel. It's loving it. It's loving your donuts and your pizza. It's delicious. It's going to make you crave more of that while your blood sugars are spiking and dipping, spiking and dipping. So what this is going to do is it's going to take that extra sugar and carbs and convert it into fiber. So now that's no longer fuel for your body to be able to use. Now your body is going to burn fat. I'm a fan of that. Please burn my fat. This is step 1, okay? You're going to take 1 to 2 of these, right? About 30, 60 minutes before you eat, okay? So now there's 2 products in here, right? Because these are the 1-2 punch for you to look and feel your best. This is the second part. This is called Activate. This is I want to say fruity, but it's such a light, refreshing drink. It is a citrus hibiscus flavor. This is a completely clean, plant-based GLP-1 boosting drink. So if you didn't know this, the synthetic version is the shot, right? That's the fake version. That's where all the side effects are coming from. There are no side effects. There's no stimulants. There's no artificial ingredients in this, which I love. But what it is going to do is it's going to naturally turn on your body's GLP-1 production. If you didn't know this, your body makes GLP-1. It always has. But as you're aging, you make less and less and less of it. I didn't know that. So what this does is it turns that back on, and then the cascading effect that happens in your body is it helps balancing your hormones. It reduces your cortisol levels. It helps with your sleep and your mood and your skin. Your energy levels are going to increase. The food noise is going to come down. Who struggles with food noise? Me. Very much so. Don't even put a pizza in front of me because I will eat. I'll eat the whole thing. I've done it. Who's eating a whole pizza? I'm very full. Am I finishing it? Probably. I have struggled with that my whole life. There's a box of cookies there. Well, I maybe really only need half of one. I'm taking 2. I love to eat, and I love to eat the bad things. What this did was help quiet that noise in my brain that when I'm full, it says, Sarah, you're full, and I stop. This is also going to help reduce your cravings. Okay, so if you're a snacky McSnackerson at night, which is what I like to do, I like to watch a show with my husband and son at the end of my very long day, and I like to have some sneaky snacks. Well, that ended when I added this in. I don't need it anymore. So this is going to shut down the food noise, the cravings. This is going to curb all that. You don't have to fight with your body anymore. And that's one of the things I loved. I honestly would have taken it for that reason alone because that was freedom for me. So this is huge. The other very cool part about this is that it is going to turn on a hormone in your body called AMPK. What that does is it literally targets and burns belly fat and visceral fat. And if you didn't know this, visceral fat is the fat around your organs, okay? You cannot go for a run and have it burn off your kidneys. It doesn't work that way. You need something like a hormone specifically designed to burn it off. You could be a very thin person and have a lot of visceral fat. So that's huge because visceral fat will shorten your lifespan. So the fact that this will eat that visceral fat, again, one more reason that I knew I wanted this in my life. So this is the Daily Health System. It is award winning. Both of these products are proprietary. You can't get these anywhere else. They only exist here for us. And they are absolutely incredible. So that's our Daily Health System. That's our, like I said, our favorite one right now, right? We have like 25 different products that are all over the board, from liquid collagen to digestive enzymes to CBD. We run the gamut. And we're going to show you here in a second. Let me go back one. Before I hit on that part, I want to show you one more of our high impact health supplements, which is called Enrich. Now, drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever taken a pre and a probiotic or a digestive enzyme. Okay, I've taken both. And I actually had a really good one that I would take from my chiropractor. I could only get it from her. When I saw this, I will tell you, this is one of the reasons I joined this company, this demonstration right here, because I had struggled with my gut health for years. And I didn't know why. Every time I ate something, I would get bloated. Stuff would upset my stomach constantly. I hated going out to eat because I was like, I might wear a really cute outfit, but I'm going to look like I'm pregnant after 3 bites. That's not fun. I hated how I felt all the time when I ate, and it really ruined my food relationship. So I did not have high expectations of this because, again, I tried a really good pre and probiotic. But the fact of the matter is that 80% of Americans are struggling with some kind of a digestive problem. So I guess you either have one or you know somebody who does. That can be acid reflux. It can be going to the bathroom too much or too little. Maybe you get bloated after you eat like I did. Maybe you get fatigued after you're eating. Maybe you have IBS, Crohn's. Maybe you don't have your gallbladder anymore. All of those things. You need this, okay? So the fact is, we're not eating the amount of fresh fruits and vegetables that we did back in the day, right? 150 years ago, that was a much bigger part of our diet. 100 years ago, right? We're just not consuming the same amount as we used to, but that's where you get the living enzymes. You take your organic broccoli that you think you're being very healthy with and you steam it, you have killed the living enzymes. Anything heated over 170 degrees kills the living enzymes, but the living enzymes are what your body needs to properly process your food. So once again, all that part of your food that your body can't process ends up stuck in your gut, sometimes on your butt, but primarily in your gut, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what this does because this was the game changer for me. If I have to eat food without Enrich, I'm not eating. That's how big of a deal it is for me. So this is a digestive enzyme with a pre and a probiotic. I'm going to use a pudding pack here to show you exactly what this looks like. This will work the first time you use it. This will go to work in your body the first time you use it. These are very tiny too. By the way, you get 90 of these in this container, which will last you a long time. Unless you live in a house where everyone uses it, then not as much, like me. These are very small, but like my 9-year-old takes it. I'm not a veterinarian, so don't take my advice, but my old dog gets some on her food too. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to open this up. Now, what this is going to do, you want to take 1 to 2 of these about right before you eat, could be during while you're eating, maybe even right after you're eating, if you're like me, and sometimes you forget. What this is going to do is open up immediately in your system. This opens up fast. Now, I'm doing it faster because for the sake of the demonstration, but it's just right there on top, okay? This is going to break down the carbs, the fats, the sugars, the proteins in the foods that you're eating. It is immediately going to pull the nutrients that your body needs, and it's going to get rid of the rest. Now, hear me right. This is not going to cause diarrhea. People ask me that every time. No, it will not. If you go too much, this is going to help you go less. If you don't go enough, it'll help you go more. It will regulate you no matter what the issue is. That's what I love. It targets the problem and it helps alleviate that. Okay. This will seriously change your life. The other thing I want you to remember is our gut-brain connection, right? We know how important that is. Your immune system is born out of your gut. Your serotonin and dopamine levels are also born out of your gut, which means your skin, your mood, your sleep, all affected by your microbiome, right? These are things we don't think about. All right, so I barely stirred that for what? Not even 60 seconds. Look at what it just did to that very solid pudding, okay? Into this glass. I brought my special glass just for you guys. It literally liquefied that entire pudding pack in less than 60 seconds. That is how fast it works. When I say that
Sarah,
what?
this still shows the slot of me.
Yeah, I know. Can you not see me?
No.
Oh, well. Okay, y'all missed that. I didn't know that.
Alesha or Tina, if you can click on Sarah's picture at the top right-hand corner, the 3 little dots, you should be able to spotlight her.
I
Oh,
got it. Thank you.
thank you. I can't
I could
spot
still
myself.
see you. I could still see you, so that's why I wasn't that worried. But
Okay. All right. Did everybody miss that? Okay. No, they could still see me. Okay, good. So y'all saw that. Okay. Perfect. So this literally liquefied it in less than a minute. And so if you're somebody who struggles with any kind of a food issue, this is going to be your saving grace for eating all the things. This is not a reason for you to be able to like eat all the bad foods, but I'm just telling you, I put it to the test when I went for Mexican food because I am an eternal skeptic. I think everything's a scam till it is proven otherwise. Okay. I'm the opposite. I would be not a good lawyer. So this literally liquefied it right away. I took this to Mexican with me and it was incredible. I did not walk out of there with an upset stomach. I never got an upset stomach. It wasn't 2 hours later. It never happened. It was insane. So this is the other one I wanted to show you guys. All of our products are really high impact, but I love that demonstration because again, I know so many people struggling with their gut health and all the things that come along with that, right? This will change your life. Here's another really cool thing, you guys, is that these go very, very well together. These 3 products together will change your life. And you can get them right now together in a bundle, which I love. And we'll talk about that again very quickly at the end. Yes, with no gallbladder, absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide because here's where we're at. Like I said, we have a lot of products that are all incredible, all proprietary, all exclusive to us, but we are about to launch 3 brand new products in just 2 weeks. And when we're talking about the timing of this, I just talked about 2 of our products. We could go on and on and on and on and on talking about everything we have, but we have 3 brand new ones coming. One is literally a category of its own. This doesn't exist anywhere else out there. And that's one thing that you can count on with Trinant is that you're going to get products that you can't just go grab somewhere else. You can't grab a GLP-1 somewhere else and have it be like ours because it actually isn't at all. So these 3 brand new products are going to be released in about 2 weeks. Literally the secret weapon for your health. Okay. It's going to be incredible when you add these into your life. 2 of these are going to be beautiful add-on products that are higher quality than anything I have seen in the market. And I will also tell you that as you're aging, these are products you're absolutely going to need. And I'm not talking about being in your 70s. I'm talking about in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. These are going to be products that your body desperately needs that you're probably not getting in on the daily. Okay? So there's 2 of them that are going to be add-on products. And then a 3rd product is coming that's going to honestly change the game when it comes to women's health. I cannot say more than that because I'm under an NDA, but I'm telling you that one of the best times to join a business, to look at getting into a company with cutting edge products is right before they launch. If you've ever heard the Forbes magazine say that, that's the best time to join a business when they're in global expansion and when they're launching new products, and we're actually in the middle of both right now. So if that is something that you like to be a part of, I like to be a part of things that are brand new. I like to be a part of cutting edge things and trends before they happen. We launched our GLP-1 before that became hot on the market. Ozempic was not the hot word when we launched our GLP-1, and that's part of the reason that we are the number one. We get ahead of the trends, but it's clean products that nobody else has, and I love that. Okay, so I'm actually going to bring Alesha up here to talk a little bit about a couple of the tools that we have. Because here's the facts. I got into this industry because I was a customer that tried something. I tried a product, it changed my life. I started talking about it, and that's it. And that's literally to this day what I'm doing. I'm just sharing my testimony, and I'm sharing the testimony of others. You can see this scrolling here, and I'm going to turn it over to her to kind of talk about this, but this is the testimony group that we were mentioning. This is the most powerful tool we have in our tool belt, but it's for everybody, customers, associates. This is for everybody. So, Alesha, I'm going to let you kind of talk a little bit about this and just let them know more about this and just the tools that they have access to.
Okay. So let me ask you guys a question. When you go to a movie or you read a good book, you want to tell everybody about it, right? You want to talk about it. So what we've created here is this testimonial group that does exactly that. It's like the Amazon reviews of like rock stars, in a sense of you get to see thousands of testimonies in this group. It is the coolest. It's actually like one of my favorite pastimes to go into this group and just scroll and see how many lives are being impacted by these products and by this company. It still blows my mind that I get to be a part of something like this and get to see the lives being changed. So when you think of a group of almost 160,000 people, that's impressive, right? And not only that, so this is one of the most powerful tools, and we'll talk a little bit about businesses, but here's one of the things I want to tell you guys is when you begin to scroll through and you're like, well, what I don't think it's going to help with this issue, or it's not going to help with this issue. Guess what? There's this really cool little magnifying glass in that group up at the top right-hand corner. You can actually put in there pretty much anything, and it will pop up what people are seeing and what they're experiencing. It is so cool to see the lives that are being changed, the impact. In fact, I've shared my testimony in there, I don't know how many times, quite a few. And I know Sarah has as well. It's just powerful to think of. And let me share one quick story about one of my sweet friends that actually joined my team. So she bought our liquid collagen because she just wanted to support me in my business venture. And she actually then said later that she wanted to buy it to prove me wrong, that these products didn't work. Here's the cool thing. She had been, well, this isn't the cool part. She had actually had a set of twins 27 years ago, and it crippled her body where she could hardly walk. She could hardly move without being in such intense pain. It got to the point in her life where she had to carry a little stool with her, like one of those little cane stools that you could just set down and just at any moment's notice, you can have a seat, because she could hardly walk because she was in pain. She got on our liquid collagen. Within just a few weeks, she called me and she said, I can't believe this. I'm able to get in and out of my bed and I'm not in pain. A year and a half later, she now went down from she was a size 22 down to a size 14. But here is the best part. Not only is she able to walk, is she able to stand, she goes shopping, she goes bowling, she goes hiking. She gets to go and do all these things with her family, and she gets to have her life back, all because of these products and what they're doing. It is so amazing. So people are buying. Why shouldn't they buy from you? This is the part I really love to talk about, because while the products have transformed my life, and one of my friends, Janet, said this well, the products have transformed my life. The business has transformed my world. And I still 20 months into it, don't even know how to put it into words, what has changed in my life and how much it's transformed me by being part of this company and by one, getting my health back. I tell people, listen, you guys, you have one body. It's worth the investment. You can't go back and say, hey, redo. So invest in your body, invest in your health. But then here you actually get to join up in a community that will change your world. and could change your finances. It is so cool. So guess what? We already talked about our first and most powerful tool that we have is the ripple effect and all the testimonies. But we also have so many other things to help you. In fact, I don't know, those of you that were on, that are associates that were on last week in our Power of One training, can you put a 1 in the chat? And if you got more than one person sign up, put how many people you got signed up. For an entire week, we had all these trainings, we poured into everybody, and we helped everybody that wanted to succeed to run with this. So you get to jump in, you get a website. Here's what I love. I am a small business owner. My husband and I, we have a small business. And if you guys have a small business, you know it's exhausting. There's a lot of work that goes into a small business. Here, I feel like I get all the perks of the small business, but not all the headache. And that's what I absolutely love. I have a referral link that I get to share. I don't have to have the products on hand. I don't have to mail it all out. It's already just done for me. But yet I get to be on the front end, seeing the lives being changed by these products, seeing how this business can provide. One of the gals on my team that just joined in the last few months, she was with another company for 2 years. She's been with Trinot for 1 month. And she said, Alesha, I have made more money here in my 1 month than I did in my entire 2 years at my previous company. I don't know about you guys, but eggs are still crazy expensive right now. I do have 6 chickens, and I probably shouldn't be telling anybody that because they're probably going to come to my house and try to steal my eggs because it's like gold right now. But as things are so expensive and keep going up in price, it is really hard. We need that extra income. We need that little bit of, hey, what would $250 do for you? It could change your world, right? It could buy you maybe 2 dozen eggs. Who knows? I'm hoping soon it will be more than that.
$250.
You never know at this rate. I mean, every time I go to the grocery store, I'm like, what? They're how much still? And the best thing about all of this, you guys, is I just do it from my phone. How cool is that? I get to work from my phone wherever I, and as Sarah mentioned earlier, I'm going to be a grandma at the end of this year. And now more than ever, I am so, so grateful that I get to do this and I get to have all this flexibility because I will tell you, it is running through my mind that I get to now be able to watch that grandbaby whenever they need me to because I don't have a 9-to-5 job that I have to report to. I get to work my work around my life. And now with that on the way, holy buckets. Maybe my kids will probably wish I'd go back to work. I'm really excited.
No, I love that though, because that's real life. You know, it's like, it's one thing to be self-employed and it's another to have freedom to live your life and bring your business with you. That's different. These kinds of systems and tools that we have, I love that you said that, Alesha, because these are really for everybody. These are what level the playing field. This is how somebody with a lot of friends, a lot of influence can do amazing, but also the average person who is just learning how to do this with 400 Facebook friends can also do amazing. And I love that. Like Alesha said, we every day I get a story about a career high income, I should say, a career high income that people are experiencing here. I have people that spent years in other companies and never was able to create any money, to create any traction. And we have systems here for the average person to make money here. And you don't have to be anybody special. And that's what I love, because we're at that stage of life where having a second stream of income is really not that'd be nice. It's kind of like, no, we need that. I just read something that the average family, if they had a $500 emergency, would take them 6 to 12 months to recover from that. One $500 emergency. Like we're all 1 second away from that being the case. What's your backup? What do you have going on in the back that could help alleviate that? And so I wanted to highlight a couple of things. I'll pop back over to Alesha here in just a second. But I wanted to highlight on a couple of little things on ways that you make money here, okay? How can you be a normal person? We have the systems, we have the tools. You can plug your people into this type of overview that we do 2 to 3 nights a week that shows the information for you. We have trainings weekly, all kinds of things for you to access. But what I love is that just the link that you get when you join allows you a lot of freedom. Not everybody wants to make $1 million. I do. Not everybody wants that. Some people, they just want that $500 a month coming in. They just want to pay for their car payment. They just want to help their friends and family feel good. And so I love that it's our compensation plan is very, very lucrative and very, very simple. So with this system, you're actually going to make money on every customer order and reorder. There's no guesswork involved. Any product that's over $40, you make a straight $10 check. Any product that's $39 and less, you make $7. But it's per product. So you get someone with a bundle that brings 2 or 3 products in. The Daily Health System and Enrich, that's $30 right there you're going to make. That's paid weekly, and it's every time they order. I'll tell you, this can add up very quickly. And as you begin to share these with your friends and family, you're going to be able to see how many people are desperate for this, because like that slide said, people are buying anyway. They are buying their collagen somewhere. They are buying their pre and probiotics somewhere. They are getting their GLP-1 from somewhere, but it could be you. And that's why having simple compensation helps you feel even more excited about sharing. And that's what I love. We also have quick start bonuses. And this just means that when somebody decides to hop into business with you, you're going to make a launch bonus. We have other bonuses on the table as well. You just doing what you would be doing normally is actually going to earn you even more extra money. Okay. You're not having to do anything different. You're just working your business like you normally would. And you're actually going to be bringing in extra cash all the time. Different bonuses. We have, like I said, an incredibly lucrative comp plan, and we'll show you right here the base pay. I'm going to highlight this, and then Alesha, I'm going to turn it over to you for the last couple of slides before we bring on Sonia. But our base pay was another really big thing. If you've ever been in network marketing before, and you understand that that getting paid out every week was always a guessing game, if you've experienced that in your career, put a 2 in the comments. If you've ever worked somewhere and you're like, I don't know what I'm getting paid this week, maybe $50, maybe 500, I don't know. We'll find out. Like, that can be fun for a little bit, unless you want to build a legit business. And then it's like, it'd be really great to know, right? It'd be really great to know what I'm actually going to get paid. What I love is that this compensation plan takes the guesswork out of it. That monthly, it says a bonus, but that set base pay means you will make that at the minimum at that rank. That all of your customer commissions, your launch bonuses, all the other bonuses, and Alesha's going to highlight a couple, is going to be on top of that. So it is very common for a lot of people when they come in to be able to earn up to 4 figures in their first 30 days. We have the roadmap for that. But what I really want you guys to do is, you're sitting here watching this, and if you're kind of mulling around the idea of joining a business, right? Maybe you're sick and tired of being broke. Maybe you're sick and tired of saying no all the time. I got so tired of that. I got so frustrated having to tell my kids no all the time. And I couldn't figure out a way out, because without going further into that, there was no more hours in the day to work. I couldn't afford to put my kids in daycare. And so when I first got here and I looked at that chart, when I saw it was actually for Emerald, that was the first set base pay that I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I can't even imagine bringing in $8,500 into my bank account every month on top of like my husband's paycheck. Like, and that's just at the minimum. I can't imagine that. And so I want you to look at this chart and see if there's something that kind of hits you in the chest. Because what I will tell you about this chart is that every single person watching this can hit any single rank on this chart. We have the roadmap. Now, will everybody? No. Not everybody wants to do the work it takes to get to the ranks, but we make it so simple. It is so simple to grow your business here. It's work, but it's fun and it's simple. And that can change your life. Because guess what, guys? I did hit Emerald. That money did go into my bank account. That imaginary thing became my reality. And I'm nobody special. I'm a retired paramedic who started off with 400 Facebook friends. If I can do that, you can do that. And that's because of the systems and the tools that we have here. So I really want you to look at that and see where does it grab you? Because if you see something on there that grabs you, that's your sign that today is the day. Today is the day that you say, I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to try myself. I'm going to believe in myself enough to try something new. Because where I'm going, what I'm living, there isn't a big end in sight. I don't want to imagine winning the lottery because that's my next best option for trying to get out of my situation. You can be your own lottery. We have the roadmap for that. Oops, I went backwards. Okay, Alesha, please tell them about this amazing part of our comp plan. One of my favorites.
This is definitely one of my favorites too, because my husband and I both drive brand new Jeeps. And so when you get to our first rank of Jade, you can qualify to get a Jeep stipend of $350, and it ends up going up to $500. Here is what's so cool about that. So I drive a Grand Cherokee. My husband drives a Jeep Wrangler. His Jeep Wrangler is like $550 a payment. So our company is paying for $500 of that. You guys, I was a minivan mom. Like, I have 5 kids. I didn't think I would ever get anything besides a minivan. Like, that's just what I drove. That's what it was. And then when I had the opportunity to get a Jeep, I was like, oh, the game changer. So now I get to drive this Jeep around. And what's really cool is we live in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota, and it is one of the best places to go four-wheeling. So we get to take that Jeep Wrangler up into the hills, and it's so spectacular. In order to qualify it for it, you guys, it is so simple. You just need to get 2 associates to sign up with you and start your team, and 1,300 in volume. Here's what I'll tell you is you look at all this and go, whoa, some of this doesn't make sense. When you sign up, you actually get to have a welcome call, and we will actually go over all the details and really break it down for you guys and give you this powerful game plan that you can succeed at and you can go running with it. Again, remember, when I joined 20 months ago, I had never done any kind of network marketing. In fact, I really didn't even know what it was, but I found an opportunity that changed my world. And in 20 months, I was actually able to make over 6 figures in this industry. Like, it still blows my mind. In fact, when I got my tax up, I'm like, what is this? A girl that didn't know anything. And in fact, I was to a point where I didn't even know what I really wanted to do in life. Here I was coming up on 40, but I knew I needed something more and a purpose. And this has just changed my world. So, okay, hit the next slide, Sarah.
Yes, hold on. I'm gonna.
That's the last slide?
No, you're good. I just have to. There we go.
See, you guys, if Sarah and I can do this, anybody can do this. I promise you, anybody can do this. And that's the best part, you guys.
I'm always like, oh, we're using this slide deck. And then I'm like, oh, look at this. Okay. We're going to look at this part here because I loved this. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So what I love, and I want to highlight on this a little bit before we bring Sonia up here, is when you join us, a lot of this stuff is what you would be paying if you ran your own business. This is literally a business in your pocket that you get almost for free. Right now, we're actually running a promotion just for the next 2 days where you can come into business with only a $25 enrollment fee. That's it. You can grab one of our join bundles. Whoever invited you to watch this can share those with you, and you can see whichever one is going to fit you. Also, just so you know, you can literally get this as a join bundle. You can get these 3 products we talked about as a join bundle, and then for $25, you get this business. That's insane. So this is the time for that. And I love that Nicolette made this slide because it's so perfect. You can become your own business owner without having all the overhead. Look at all of that startup cost that you would potentially have to pay to run your own business. Here you get all of the tools that you could need to run a successful business with none of the overhead. And that's what I get excited about. This is another thing that levels the playing field. And so I loved this. I just wanted to highlight this. So if it's something that you've been thinking about, or you watched a little bit about our products, you're curious, for sure you need to get in our testimony group. Get back together with whoever invited you to watch this. You can get in the testimony group. But before we get ready to close out, I'm going to bring my friend Sonia up, who is brand new to the industry. You guys, she's never done anything like this before. She, again, is just a normal person. She's got a normal job. She's a mom, but she was coachable. She was hungry. She was excited, and she hasn't stopped. Today, she actually hit something that many in the industry won't. Only 1% of people in network marketing ever recruit 10 people. Was she hit 10 and then she flew right past it. And she recruited somebody else right after that. So now she's recruited 11 people in 4 months. I am beyond proud of her. And I said, would you just come on and share your testimony a little bit about how did it happen? How did you get here? Just share a tiny bit with them on how did you achieve this? Because you are such an incredible example of the average person having wild success in a place that has tools and systems and products like this. Oh, wait, make sure you can unmute. There you go.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I am Sonia, and I am from Michigan. So it's super cold here. But so I'm at the age where I was like can't sleep at night. It was hot and I was puffy. That was what I called my life, was hot and puffy stage. And so one night, in the middle of the night, I'm scrolling through TikTok and there's Sarah Hollinsworth. I didn't no clue who she was. I followed her for 4 months from like May or June, and I don't think I ordered until September. And I started with the DHS system. With the DHS system, it was like 3 days. I said to my husband, I don't know if this is all in my head, but I feel better. I'm sleeping better in just 2 days, but I was just that excited that I was like, okay. So a week or two later, I was down 9 pounds, probably all in my face. I had the chubby face. And so from there, my husband decided like that's what he was going to do. He's like, let's do this. We'll do it together. So I had no idea that I could even join to actually sell this. I just had like $800 in my cart. And Sarah's like, dude, what are you doing? Sign up. So I did. And I wasn't going to sell it. No way. Not selling this stuff. I've never done it before. I'm a small business owner. I'm like, no time. So I don't know. We had our welcome call. I was like, well, maybe I can do this. And it was at like the end of October, I think, maybe. And they had that promo going, and it's the Builder Bundle program. And I was like, get 3 people? No way. That's impossible. I can't do that. Shared how I was feeling with my mom. Boom. She's like, let's do this. My husband's like, let's do this. I need one more. My dad. So I had my mom, my dad, and my husband, all 3 of us together, and I hit Jade just like that. So that's kind of where it started. And then you kind of got a taste of what it can do for you but I had a product experience during this whole process. And the product experience took me from what I thought I wanted to just lose weight. And it wasn't really about the weight. It's more about how I feel and my mood and how I can be like an actual better mom. There's so many things that I could list that why of my whys that these products do for me and my family and the people around me. They've all had great product experiences. So with that, I plugged in. I went did all the trainings. I did all of like I'm like, okay, I've never posted anything. I've never done a video. I've never went live. I had no idea how to do any of this stuff. I'm pretty sure that I was like sounded pretty dumb at first. And so I just kept doing it. In as the more consistency that you do, it gets easier every day. Um, and that was one thing I would sit there and I would stalk like Sarah. I would stalk Tina Joy Carroll. I would like, I wanted to be like, I would try to memorize everything that they were saying. But it really doesn't, that's not what it is. You just be you and be who you are on your videos and when you're trying to tell people and and then there's the people that have product experience and you share their excitement and everything, every which way. I can't even express how grateful I am for all of it. And then I will tell you this, the Eric Worre GoPro Insider, I listen every morning before I go to work, and it's almost like I just got coached and I was like, all right, let's go. We got this today. And that's how I did it. And then these like the last few weeks, the promo's been great. So you get people in, you get people that they think they don't want to sell, but they're gonna, or they'll just do the whole product discount because it is what it is. It's great. It sells itself, but you also have to show up every day. I will say that.
That is true. And I love that because you're very, very consistent, and that's the best part. You're right. If you just show up and you plug into the things, anybody can do this. And that's what I love. Like, you're coachable, you're consistent, you're persistent. You've had to go through like some challenging things to level up. And I'm really, really proud of you. And so you are a great example of how just a normal person that didn't even think they wanted to do this. That was me. That was Alesha. Like, didn't want to do them. We're like, I'm probably not going to do this. And look at that.
I know.
So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate you. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for you. She literally just hit Champion Circle, which is a big, big deal here. That means, like I said, she's recruited 10 people, and that is enormous. So, all right, you guys, we're going to let you go. We're on a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's okay. I hope that you found something that you enjoyed tonight. I hope that something resonated with you, either about the culture or just the ability to do this. I hope you know that no matter who you are, you can do this. This is something you can do. If I can do it, and Tina can do it, and Alesha can do it, and Sonia can do it, anybody can do this. We have a way for any single person to have as much success as they want. It just takes you deciding to jump in and plug in with us. We will give you the tools that you need to really hit whatever your goal is, whatever your dreams are. That's possible here. And I don't think anything's random. So you're watching this now or on the replay. It's not random. Get back together with the person that invited you to watch this. Hop into our testimony group, ask the questions, get connected. You will not regret it, I guarantee it. But we are so excited to have you. Thank you for hopping on with us tonight, and we will talk to you again next time. Bye, guys.